I visited a psychic school and got hypnotized by a psychic medium.
Wide awake, feeling good all over. Here we go. There you go, lovey. How you doing? Well, hello, let me show you my secret room. This is the cabinet room. And in this little room, this is where we develop trance mediums. We usually sit in the darkness over here and we'll have a red light going. And this is where the mediums will sit. So we'll all crowd in over here. And the medium sits in this, it's called the spirit cabinet. And what we do over here is the mediums will go into a deep state of trance, so that's where they develop this, and then allow spirit controls, guides, loved ones to come through the medium. But this is very exciting. The messages that come through over here from the guides are awe-inspiring and really teach a lot and share a lot for the collective.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is part 2 of my past life regression session. In this video, I'll be explaining my experience visiting a psychic school and being hypnotized for the first time. I'll also be explaining different government-funded programs and books that examine the use of psychic abilities and hypnotherapy. With that being said, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Let's get started with today's video. In 1993, the CIA participated in the Gateway Process, which was a secret government-funded program that taught people how to escape time and reality. However, on September 10th, 2003, the United States Army released to the public an analysis and assessment of the Gateway Process because of the Freedom of Information Act of 1967. Knowledge of the Gateway Process gained mass attention throughout the years and even caught the eye of Vice, a popular news channel. In 2021, they wrote an entire article outlining the basis of this government-funded program. The Gateway training tapes mentioned in this document are designed to put your brain in hemisync, which is when both hemispheres of your brain are synchronized. However, your body is asleep, and what this does is allow you to escape the confines of time and space. This means you can travel to different dimensions, visit the astral realm, use remote viewing, and much more. The tapes work by exposing your brain to different frequencies. However, many people believe that the tapes, along with the declassified CIA document, has been altered. Certain sections of this document has been removed, and many people have reported that the Gateway tapes found on Reddit and YouTube don't match. These researchers developed techniques to facilitate the left and right hemisphere of the brain to be together coherently in harmony. So essentially, our government funded researchers to examine source energy. According to the CIA, only 5% of the population has been able to reach a higher level of consciousness and ascension that is called Focus 21. The findings and success rate of the Gateway experiment proved that your thoughts are biological responses to the world around you. Essentially, thoughts and ideas can be planted into you. Project Stargate was another United States government secret-funded program that began in 1978. Essentially, this project goes into detail of how the United States government was able to weaponize certain phenomenons and psychic abilities, such as mind reading, telekinesis, and much more. Therefore, Project Stargate entailed our government studying the science of consciousness. In 1978, the United States government spent $20 million to fund this program. That is equivalent to $138 million in today's currency. During the end of the Cold War, the United States sought to deploy these types of weaponized abilities because it was believed that the Soviet Union were using the same tactics against the United States. The strangest part of it all was the CIA had a 20-year contract with universities such as Harvard, Stanford, Princeton to study these phenomenons, and many people believe that these programs still exist within our government due to how successful it was. It has been reported that over 500 missions utilized Project Stargate, and some missions had up to an 85% success rate. Specifically, in 1972, Dr. Russell Tart, a physicist, was a part of a 20-year program at Stanford University funded by the CIA using remote viewing to gather intelligence on distant targets. Another government-funded program that was similar to Project Stargate was the Montauk Project, which took place in the early 1980s. The purpose of the Montauk Project was to develop psychological warfare techniques and exotic research, including time travel. It was also sought to believe that teleportation, mind control, contact with aliens, and much more was included. Surprisingly, the Netflix hit show Stranger Things was actually based off of this government-funded program. The Montauk Project was hands down maybe one of the most sinister and horrific government-funded programs out there because it did involve children, and because of that, many people believe that it's a conspiracy theory. However, there's also a separate group of people that believe when Bill Clinton nationally apologized in October of 1995 for the government experimenting, that was proof that the Montauk Project actually existed. The main reason why I included 3 government-funded programs in this video is to prove to you that there is some truth to these abilities that some psychics claim that they have. Our government funded multi-million-dollar programs to weaponize and research these phenomenons and psychic abilities. Initially, learning about these government-funded programs is what got me interested in learning more about psychics, and that is when I met Lee VanZyl.
Hi, my name is Lee VanZyl. Formerly from South Africa, former lawyer, now working full-time as a medium and healer. A little bit about my journey. I became interested in mediumship because my daughter started seeing dead people. So I randomly took a class and found out I could speak to them as well. And like a lot of people on their spiritual journey, things sometimes take surprising turns. And within a few months I had my office. I was starting to teach as well. The encouragement of my teacher. Without me even realizing it, that suddenly people started coming for training, coming for meditations. I went on my own healing journey, got qualified and certified in a variety of modalities, and the school sprouted up.
As you can tell, Lee is very passionate about what she does, and she gave up her full-time career as a lawyer to pursue teaching her spiritual practices at her psychic school full-time. I find it very inspiring and motivating that she risked a secure job to follow her passion. Not that many people would do that because they're either afraid of failing, what other people would think, and there's just so many limiting beliefs around taking such a big leap of faith like that. And that is actually something we bonded over.
Could you give me a few examples of some limiting beliefs that you were raised with?
I feel like a major one would be you cannot make money off of what I'm doing now. Okay. Also, like spirituality stuff. Having like a profession is your life and what you should identify with. Yeah. But I personally believe your career isn't necessarily who you are.
Exactly. If there were qualities that you would like to have or even develop in this lifetime that you don't yet have, what do you feel you might be lacking in?
Just around money, because my entire life I was told, oh, we'll put you in dance studio, but don't think that you could ever become a dancer and make money from that. Or, we'll put you in theater, but don't think that you become an actor on Broadway and make money from that. So throughout my childhood and throughout my life, I've had all of these amazing experiences, but I was always told that no matter how hard you try, you're not going to be good enough for people to really look up to you and really say like, wow, you could become successful in that and make money from that. So I would say that's like a large blockage that I'm just trying to overcome. I don't want to go down the route of staying at a job that I don't really like, working there for 40-something years and then just feeling unfulfilled. And what makes me feel fulfilled the most is when I'm in front of the camera, like when I'm editing my videos, when I'm helping people and showing them that there are alternative ways of healing the mind, body, and spirit. And that is what drives me. And I'm so passionate about that. But I feel like that there's just, like all my life I've been told, you could do this, but don't think that you're ever gonna be good at it.
Sounds a lot like me, actually.
Really?
Yeah, so we can have seemingly supportive parents come from a seemingly loving home, right?
Yeah.
But they have their own self-limiting beliefs, right? So they come over here and they've got an idea about what success might look like or what you might be capable of. Not that our parents are necessarily trying to harm us or anything, but all our programming starts at a very young age. So the way we raise, we start to adopt those beliefs. So if you have the voice in our head is really our programming, and for the most part our parental programming. So when we are told, well, you're not good enough, we start to believe that story.
The experience that I shared with her at the Montclair Psychic School is truly an experience I'll cherish forever, especially when I got hypnotized. It was such a surreal experience, but what makes this even wilder is the confirmation that I got after posting part 1. I had a friend that reached out to me that also underwent hypnosis using QHHT, and they experienced the same exact thing. Also, I posted a snippet on TikTok, and many people replied that they went through a similar experience. So does this mean that this realm or this past life that I went to actually existed? I truly believe so.
What's happening?
I'm just like, I'm feeling it, I'm seeing like...
It was a lifetime
Let's
in the forest.
The first thing I did was to show her to stand her ground and to speak up, and she was given a voice for a reason.
Showing her what? She has a voice. She doesn't believe in herself enough, yes.
She still cares of what her family, friends, and other people think, and she allows other people's judgment to cloud her judgment. She will only have true financial abundance if she does not allow herself to get in the way. She is her biggest block, no one else.
I'm asking the subconscious to receive where it belongs with very much love. And so much thanks for the help and information that you've given Emily today. And I want the entities or the entities from the other lives that we were speaking with to also recede into the past. Now in a moment I'm going to count to 10, and on the count of 10 you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over, as though you've had a nice nap, a nice sleep, and you'll feel truly rested and refreshed. And anytime you do this, it will always be an enjoyable experience. Now follow me up as we go. On the count of 10, you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over. 1, 2, you're beginning to breathe a little bit faster. Your blood is beginning to circulate a little bit faster because you're beginning to wake up now. 3, 4, you're becoming aware of the physical body. Very much aware of your physical body. You can move your arms and legs around. Get the muscles working and the blood circulating, because it gets tiring lying in one position like that. You're getting everything moving again because you're very much aware of your physical body. You're focused on it now because you're beginning to wake up now. 5, 6, you're becoming aware of the sounds in the room, the sounds of the outside of the room. You're very much aware of your physical surroundings. You're oriented back here in this time, this place, and you're beginning to wake up now. 7, 8, you're coming up very nicely now, very nicely. 9, 10, wide awake, feeling good all over. Here we go. There you go, lovey. How you doing?
The room is like still, it's spinning again.
You're all right. We can sort that out. Just wiggle your legs. Wiggle your legs. Wiggle your fingers over here. Let's get some movement going on as we can start to ground you. How's that sound?
Okay. I'm not sure if you've heard of Brian Weiss, but he is an American psychiatrist hypnosis, and author that specializes in past life regression. This man is a doctor that spent his life and his career researching past life regression, regression therapy, hypnosis, and much more. He is also one of my favorite authors because of the information he has shared with the collective about his experience and his clients with regression therapy. His studies were so transformative at the time that he caught the attention of Oprah and other televised networks. He mainly started writing books in the late 90s, early 2000s. In this book, he actually shared a story about how he was able to heal a South African woman from claustrophobia, and she found out that she was claustrophobic in this lifetime because in a past lifetime, she was buried alive. He also discusses in this book that he was able to help a man that had dietary issues, high blood pressure, and was prone to a heart attack. He helped him by using regression therapy and was able to get him off of all of his medications. Truly transformative. As you can tell, past life regression is not only something a psychic medium can do. There's a spectrum of individuals that offer this service, all the way from people that have PhDs to psychic mediums. I'm really an advocate for you trying this type of therapy out if it aligns with your journey. With that being said, don't forget to watch part 1 of this series, and I'll be posting part 3, which is another past life regression session that I did with Lee. You're not gonna wanna miss that one. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.